Hello everyone. So I decided to make this channel because I watch a lot of politics YouTube, sometimes a bit of Twitch as well, and I've noticed that there isn't really anything on UK politics. There's a lot on US, but not really UK. And whenever a US politics YouTuber or politics streamer um, they look at UK politics, it kind of comes off as, what are you guys doing over there? And I find that a bit insulting because these are people who don't really know UK politics. And it's obviously something that I'm studying and it's something that I'm interested in. So I felt like having a YouTube channel focused on UK politics would be quite useful for people like me and also like students and lecturers and things like that, and just people who want to know a bit about UK politics. Um, so I thought I should just put that out there before we talk about what we're going to be talking about here. Also, it might be good to talk about just what I'd be making, and the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on is looking at polls. So this is Politico. This is one of the best pollsters in the United Kingdom. Politico and YouGov are the two main ones. YouGov is just a bit trickier to show their information because they'll have like other polls that are related. But Politico just show election polls clearer to me. And that's a very, very good thing. And other things I'd make is stuff like history of the history of the Conservative Party or the history of the Labour Party, maybe socialism in the UK, maybe the Empire and politics around the Empire. Just things like this. That would be further down the road. What's important to me now is just to get the content up, and the easiest way to do that is to talk about polls because it doesn't really take that much time, and it's pretty easy to talk about. So as you can see, Labour have a massive majority. They've had a huge majority ever since really ever since the mini budget. It started rising just around August, but you know it's been remained stable, a stable lead. But this, I'm going to tell you why this would actually result in a Conservative government in another video. But this lead is just like a terror. This would be terrible for the Conservatives, this kind of lead. And I'll show you why in the next tab. So with everything in, with this election calculator, submit 120 seat majority. Currently the majority is 80 for the Tories. So this is going to be a 40 more seats for Labour. Now think about how dominant the Tories have been since 2019. This could be an even bigger dominance by Labour. Like, this would be terrible for the Tories. As you can see, they lose 191 seats. That is absurd. Now, how this would look on the election map, I've actually prepared one. It's not entirely accurate because I think I've chosen just 379 seats, but the point is just to actually visualize it, and as you can see, it is very red. It is extremely red. The red wall is back. The northeast has become a Labour stronghold again. Wales has further become a Labour stronghold. And what's especially interesting to me is this area. Now, this area is especially interesting because this should be all blue. These are safe Conservative seats. Now, if you have a look at the current UK Parliament, as you can see, it's very blue. And there are barely any. There's stuff on Luton, but all the ones that I'm going to tell you about are safe Tory seats, and I'm going to basically just illustrate by three of these ones, which will be, I don't think I'll be able to find them here just off the cuff. Oh wait, no, I will be. Hertfordshire, North East, Hitchin and Harpenden, and Huntington, and they're all in this area. So if you have a look at this website, Principal Fish, if I just quickly type them in, I'll show you just the levels. The level of lead that they got. Oliver Howell, excuse me for my for just my poor pronunciation. Like 56% win. Like that's an above 30-point lead. 30-point lead. Like, this is unheard of. And this would go to Labour. Labour would swing this seat. Let's go with another one. Hitchin and Harpenden. Here you go. I respect one, a much more closer one, but you'd think it would be between these two. Between the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats. Labour, only with a 16% of the electorate. They win this seat. They would win this seat. And finally, Huntington, whatever it's called. Another 30-point win. These are just three examples. But what this demonstrates is just how terrible this election would be for the Tories. Now, if I go back onto the polls, do I think that this would actually happen? No, I do not. The Conservatives are very good at winning elections, and they're very good at narrowing these poll numbers. So I don't think it would happen, but it would be amazing if it did. And to an extent, it could happen, because currently we're in a recession, and recessions are usually terrible for incumbents, and the Conservatives are currently the incumbents. So something like this could happen. But I personally would think at this stage it's unlikely. But still, even when it's unlikely, these poll numbers will scare Tory MPs. None more so than a certain MP for Uxbridge. So, if you look, Boris Johnson will lose his seat. That would be huge. That would be an embarrassment for the Conservatives. Boris Johnson would lose his seat. I think it just shows that just the extent of the lead. Anyway, so that's going to be the video. It's a bit messy and it's a bit rambly, and I do get that. But like I said, the point is just to inform you about how what the polls are and what it would mean in an election, and just my own commentary on it. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll make another.